ceremonial horses.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So I just want to tell you about this because it was terrifying the other day.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
That's a cute little cup you have. What is that?
Oh, it's like a wine tumbler. But I drink tea in it.
Some white wine.
No, I drink tea in it.
Classy. It's coral pink.
Well, the other one is dirty. It's teal. But I do like this one more. This one's nice. Very
cute.
Very good.
It's the same color as the DAW background, the Hindenburg lines. It's like the same pink.
Oh, yeah, it is. I'm holding it up right now. Okay. So I was driving to work the other morning, and I just wanted to tell you about how I almost died several times. Because are you like vastly focused when you're driving? Like super intent? Don't you, for the most part, if you see brake lights come on, that makes you go, oh, I should be slowing down. Then you start slowing down.
Most of the time, I'm just kind of hanging out.
But if brake lights don't come on, maybe your body doesn't say to slow down, right?
Yeah, just the autopilot system installed on my brain.
Yep. Well, I'm driving to work at 6 in the morning behind a black truck in the dead of night where there are no lights anywhere.
That's not fun.
There's only brake lights everywhere.
Yeah.
Tail lights, let's say. Brake lights for when you're slowing down. His brake lights don't come on. He's just tail lights.
Oh my
so
God.
Basically, you just see these red lights just all of a sudden getting closer or moving away. There's no difference in anything. So I was so hyper fucking vigilant, and I'm like, I shouldn't be having to drive this hard at 6 in the morning.
Why didn't you go around this fool?
Because there was no way around. Dude, 380 out here is slammed consistently nonstop.
Yeah.
There's no fucking ifs, ands, or buts about that. So I could never get around him. I'm just having to we were going like at most 30. It's not like we were even going that fast. But like at one point we start like fucking moving. I'm like, yeah, we're going to catch this light. And then he slams on his brakes, but no brake lights come on.
That's
so all I see
dangerous.
are just 2 taillights just go whoosh and just like fly straight for me. I was scared I was going to make the other guy kill me.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
I was so stressed at 6 in the morning, and I was like, I would imagine there's other people that don't exactly pay the most attention. You just see brake lights come on, you go, oh, people are slowing down, I'll slow down.
Yeah. If I didn't see brake lights, dude, I'd
Yeah.
fucking slam right into that guy.
Like you said, automatic response, autopilot. I'm like kind of like vegging out, looking on the side of the road like this.
Yeah. Sometimes you see an interesting plant.
Waiting for taillights, like, oh, okay. Like I was too tired. I was tired. I didn't want to have to be looking and gauging distance of lights in front of me.
Yeah, monitoring the speed and distance at which lights are coming at your face.
But also, if the truck were white, blue, like any color that would stand out against the dark of night,
right?
It wouldn't have been a problem. But it was a black truck. It's 6 in the morning with no lights on the road.
Fuck that.
So the only thing are just these 2 red lights moving in and out of my fucking face. It was horrible. I was terrified.
I don't like that at all.
That's all I wanted to say about that. I hated it. It was the worst.
Fix your brake lights, people. Check them out. Make sure they work.
Yeah, because people rely on those, like me.
You could kill somebody. I had a work meeting this week where, like, there's a new big boss, so he's coming into meetings and everyone's meeting him and being like, oh, who's this guy? What do you do in your spare time? What's your life like? And so they got him talking about his like family history and whatever, and he kept using these like military terms, and somebody was like, oh, are you in the military? And he goes into this long story about like how he was in the military and also his dad was in the military. And he's like, yeah, so my dad, he's a military veterinarian. And and I was like, huh? Yeah, I clocked it, and I was like, he must have misspoken. Like, he's a military veteran, right?
Yeah.
And so I just kind of glossed over it. And he was like, at the end of it again, he's like, yeah, veterinarian, it's a weird career for the military, but it's something you can do. And I was like, okay, so.
And he did this as well?
No, he did not do this. His dad did it. So I'm like, I wanted to ask more about it, but like, it's one of those calls where there's like 250 people, and I'm not going to like unmute myself to be like, tell me about your dad's military career.
Yeah.
But some other person did, and they were like, hey, when you say military veterinarian, what the fuck does that mean?
Good. Thank you. Somebody needs to say it.
Yeah. So he was like, oh, yeah. I mean, not a lot of people know that this is an option that you have, but he grew up on a farm. And so he was like always, working on horses and stuff. And as he grew to be an adult, he went through like veterinary school and, animal medicine and all that. So when he went into the military, it was just an easy career path for him to be a military veterinarian. And he worked on the camels in Desert Storm.
Okay.
What does that mean? But worked on the camels. Like he tinkered with them. He's the man who created the 2-hump camel.
He was the guy that was all like, that camel looks, that hump's getting a little short. We got to like even these out. So he was pressing on the tops of them to get them, the right size,
Yeah. It was a field full of single hump camels. And then when he was done with them, they were 2-hump camels and horses.
Campbell's?
Campbell's? 2-hump Campbell noodle soups.
Oh my God.
So that's a career
the
that's
best,
available
though.
to you, is a military veterinarian. Yeah, when you said that, I was like, I don't know how that works. It would make more sense in the old days when people were like riding horses into battle.
Cavalry? And
Yeah.
stuff?
We're not riding camels into battle, right? In the Desert Storm? Like, that's not what happened?
I bet we probably did.
You think so?
Not into battle, but I bet like we used them to transport some stuff.
Okay, yeah, like transporting supplies and like maybe people.
Yeah.
Huh. I just never considered that. I guess there are also military canines, right? Like,
Bruh. The United States Camel Corps
what?
is like a thing.
Do they put them in little vests? Do they get hats?
But then this says, no, camels were not used by the U.S. during Operation Desert Storm.
Well, who were they used by? Because this guy was operating on them or some shit.
Yeah, he was tinkering.
Tinkering, creating new camels.
But this says right here. Okay, so the United States Camel Corps was only from 1856 to 1866. Just 10 years of camels.
He's a time traveler. What is happening?
10 years of camels.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because this is talking about like Abraham Lincoln and shit.
I need to look up military veterinarian. Military veterinarian. It's a hard word to spell. What do you do as a military veterinarian?
But like, did he really? Because this says straight up, no, of course we used vehicles, not animals for Desert Storm. Like this AI response is very like scathing at me right now. You don't believe me? The main reason for this is that the capabilities of modern vehicles far exceed those of camels, Robert. I'm like, okay, shit, Google. Calm down. Oh, it's so mad at me.
I'm gonna. I don't. What do I Google? Military veterinarian camel. I just don't like. What is he working on camels that like get bombed out on accident?
Military veterinarian. I just Googled that.
Camel walks into an IED, not an IUD.
Yeah, yeah, you don't need him walking into your IUD.
Please,
That's not good
no.
at all.
I feel like of any beast of war, camel is the least likely one that you're going to ride into battle. They're so knock-kneed and unwieldy. I don't think those things run.
I mean, they look pretty awesome. Dude, they run super fast.
Camels?
That's what they were using in The Mummy, remember?
No.
You remember The Mummy?
No, I just remember Brendan
You were
Fraser.
riding the camels? Yeah, he was riding a camel. Super great.
Well,
But I feel like mostly it's just going to be like their dogs and stuff.
yeah, like I guess I could see that. There's plenty of dogs that happen in wartime. Like dogs are military friends. What do dogs do in the middle? I'm afraid to look any of this up, but I see a lot of pictures of German shepherds like with soldiers.
I'm just trying to see like if there's anything about what animals they could possibly be entertaining here.
So the U.S. Army Veterinary Corps is a military unit, and they have
Yes.
like a whole veterinary officer system, and
Yeah, because this thing says right here, 7 facts to know about military veterinarians. They enlist as officers, not as soldiers.
that's nuts.
The pay is nothing to laugh at. It says, when I started 4 years ago, I was making about $75,000 a year, and now it's like over $100,000 a year.
God damn. And you just work on like puppies and stuff?
Just
I
look at
feel like that would be a
puppies.
sad job. Like, oh, my war dog got shot. Fix him. I don't feel like they're fixing the dogs over there. I see over there in the broadest terms.
This is wild. Yeah, I've just never really thought about this, but apparently it's a pretty good section of the military to be in.
I guess so. I mean, so you can be like a veterinary pathologist, a veterinary biomedical scientist. They have just like, if you want to work with science and animals in the military.
Would
this
the
is
military
wild.
pay for vet school? Yes. Weird.
Hey, you get 30 days of paid leave per year plus 11 federal holidays. This is not by any means an advertisement for the United States military, but it's not bad as far as like service goes.
I just want like a thing of like when they were needed the most. What have they done where they were like, this was a great institution for us to have, you know?
Yeah.
But there's like nothing about them.
Yeah,
This
I've
is,
never ever
they
heard-
are responsible for providing care to military working dogs, ceremonial horses,
Hell yeah.
and many working animals for the Homeland Security organizations and pets owned by service members. So it's just like your own personal vet.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Do you have? I don't picture soldiers keeping pets in times of war. Do they just hang out on the base? Like there's base cats, base dogs?
I don't know. But it says pets owned by service members, so I would say, yeah, somebody's got pets.
It's not like they have like emotional support animals out there, right?
Can military members...
It just like cracked
Have
open a whole new
pets.
egg for me. I've never considered.
Yes, military members can have pets, but it depends on their housing situation, base policies, and restrictions of housing and specific breeds. So, yeah,
Okay.
no pets in the barracks, though.
No pets in the barracks. Rule number 1.
But, yeah, military members can have pets. Depends on, like, how they're stationed, I guess.
I feel like
Interesting.
every time I think about the military, I'm like, I kind of want to take an aptitude test just to see where they would place me. You know, would I have to be infantry?
This straight up says, can I bring my cat with me to the Army?
Why would
And
you
it
wanna
says,
do that?
while the Army doesn't typically allow cats as pets for individual soldiers, cats can be found on military bases as mascots or companions.
Mascots.
And they may own cats if they live in a privatized or family housing unit.
I suppose there are like Army Reserve Corps that live on or around bases, right? Is that how that works?
Yes. So, like, you're not in training, but you're, like, around that area.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're not in the barracks. You just live on the base.
So in that case, you live a pretty normal life, and you could just have a dog, and this military veterinarian hangs out on the base too, and can help you.
Yeah, so it's really easy to go to the vet. You just go, I'm just going to take him today. We're going to walk this 3 minutes. Be there. Probably makes house calls, too.
I've just never considered the possibilities.
Neither have I. And I've never really thought about Army base cat mascots.
I do want to believe that he was just tinkering with the camels, though. Just making new camels. New kinds of camels we haven't seen.
I'm betting it was more like he was a vet. He was a vet, right?
Uh-huh.
And there happened to be camels. He was like, I'm just going to fiddle with these guys.
Maybe I could do something.
Not like they were using them, but it was like, hey, that dude's got a nasty cough. Mind if I take a look? And then he just went and, tinkered with some camels.
Put some bionic legs on that thing.
Very interesting. Very weird. but
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's the thought that I bring to you tonight.
Okay. I will be thinking about it quite a bit. You want to get back to it and quit thinking about how to turn one hump into 2 humps?
Back to it then. Let's crunch some camels.